What's up, everybody? We're live. The Axial Capra build. Got you guys set up on a tripod today. A little coffee going this morning. Try to get you guys situated here. Halfway between seeing me and the build here. Just gonna start building. All right, up first we got to build the axles. We'll get right into it. Ready to join in. Bag one. Been looking forward to this build for a little while. It's only been out a little bit, but cool. A few of my friends already got them. Trying to start another class. Kind of a pro class of scaling. Not quite a 2.2 shaft-driven truck class. This is gonna be a 1.9 truck, but we're gonna allow the dig. You gotta run the full body panels and the drivers and all that. I'll lay these out, see what we got. All metal gears, ball bearings. Looks good. These universals look nice. Kind of the same as coming on the SCX-10 too. Should be able to get pretty good steering angle out of those. I'm glad that they did this though, finally. Give you 6-bolt instead of just the 4 that comes on the SCX-10, because when I was putting power to those, I kept snapping those, or it wasn't even 4, it was 3. It was 3 bolts on those. No good. So I would imagine if these are the same ratio, which they look pretty close, people are going to be putting those gears on their SCX-10s. Should be good. Brought my own grease. I've been using this grease. Comes in the, it's marine grease, but it seems marine grease tend to be more sticky and tend to last longer. Dynamite sells it in this this tube here with the applicator. It lasts forever. The kit did come with some black grease, which is just fine, but this tends to last forever, and I don't have to put a cap on. Squirt some grease in, can all move on, you know? Let's see what we got going on here. Wants us to bolt the diff to the locker, or the gear to the locker. So like Axial beat him to this. I wonder if Traxxas will do something similar. Doesn't seem like something that they'll run. I'm not sure, but they have been making a lot of cars. I'm personally running their TRX4 for the scale truck. Thought for sure Axial was coming out with a scale truck with the portals. That's what I thought this was going to be. I didn't think it would be a well, what it is, rock buggy thing. This Loctite's not that good. Kind of hard to get out. Guess I should have brought my own Loctite too. I'll be here for a minute. Gotta put these 6 screws in with Loctite. So squirt some on the table here. If anybody local is checking me out or watching, we do the scaling tonight, Thursday night scaling competition. Pretty fun, laid back, more for bragging rights than anything. I'm gonna be there doing it personally. A few of my buddies. It's pretty fun. I'm trying to get this class going on the Thursday night as well. We got the comp, rock crawling comp on the 20th outside, Halloween Havoc. Check out the RC Madness Scale Truck Club page. Got some more info on there about it. Hit up Dan Pipel. He's pretty much the guy that builds the courses, sets the courses. He'll be here tonight. Six screws is good. Just takes you a while to put them in. See, sweet. Have to make some custom stickers for these body panels. There we go. We got the 6-bolt locker. Should be a lot stronger this time around. I don't be snapping those. Still using these weird 14x3 bearings. They're kind of goofy. I don't know why they just did that, but whatever. Put this in the right way. Kind of nice. The case holds the diff in now. It doesn't have those little 2 ridges that hold them in. This is where I rock that grease gun. Just shoot it right into the gear, just like that. Comes out good. Missed a little spot there, but it's just less messy. This is kind of my first go at this type of rock crawler. I've only done the scaling. I never got into the motor on axle or the shaft class. It's too bad because the motor on axle seemed like a fun class. They're getting so crazy expensive now. You gotta basically piece them together. I wish they would come back out with like an XR10 kit or something like that. That would be nice to use the, I guess, I don't know if you could use portals with a, I suppose you could use portals with a motor on axle. Never seen it. Alright, so we got that in there, nice and smooth. Bolt that cover on. My trusty DeWalt drill, for anybody that's wondering. You can see the label there. The 610. Awesome drill. It was like $100, might be cheaper now. Comes with 2 batteries. And DeWalt, if you're watching, looking for sponsors. DeWalt, sponsored by DeWalt and Dunkin' Donuts. Then everybody's happy. See what else is out there for news. See if I can catch you guys up on some news. Probably know more than I do. We got Live RC open over here. If you check them out, they're pretty good for news sources. I don't know if there's anything new out today. What's the 10th? So you got some parts for an X-Max. A couple races going on. 12th scale nationals. EWS international announcement. I don't know what that is. Got the laptop going here. Like I said, it's not an official build video. Just hanging out in the morning. Figured I'd build it with you guys and by myself. Well, we got the first steps done there. Pumpkin built, pretty easy design. Should be pretty easy truck to work on. Then we're gonna throw the portals together. Pretty nice design. Looks like the covers bolt from the front side. That's the only thing I didn't really care for on the, I mean, it's not a huge problem because I can get them off. But the Traxxas ones, hey, what's up? Oh, from Florida, nice. Thanks for tuning in. But the Traxxas ones bolt from the back side. These ones look like they'd be bolting from the front side, which is nice. A little easier to grease up gears. the only thing I don't like about the Traxxas one. But if you got a good ball and driver from the backside, you can get them. Alright, let's throw this together. We gotta think about this for a second. Got some pins in here. Gears look nice and strong. They look like they're made of the quality metal that Horizon has. Sometimes they got just that cheaper, that grayish pot metal, kind of what the stock, like the SCX10, the original XCX10 axles are made out of. This looks like the good stuff. That tan color, strong machine gears. I don't know if they're actually machined. They kind of look cast, but I'm sure they're fine. Forgot to put the bigger bearing in there. That's what happens when I'm talking. They definitely fit tight in there. So we got a 5x11 and a 10x15 going in there. This is a bit odd. I just have this gear sitting in there. Guess we line that up afterward. Kind of like how they package the bearings with the step instead of just one big bag. That's how Associated did it with the bearings all in one bag, and I don't really care for it, because if you want to stop building or something like that, you got a whole bunch of bearings you got to find a bag for. It's kind of nice this way. It's not bad. Pack these puppies with grease. So grease gun comes in handy. Should have those Max trucks should be shipping pretty soon. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. I did an unboxing on that. Finally just got the battery in for it, so I'm gonna try to do a drive video. I was gonna try to do it yesterday, but it was actually been raining for the last 3 days here. So try to get to that. It's raining out today too, but hopefully tomorrow it won't be. The truck is pretty cool. We went up and down the parking lot real quick, but it got wet pretty fast. Fast truck though. Not sure what will be next from them. Yeah, we were checking this over here. The new X-Max part. Ooh, a new Enduro part. What do we got here? Brass and aluminum servo mount for an Enduro by ST Racing. STRC coming out with the new parts for the Enduro. Check those out, that's pretty cool. Probably have to get some of those on order. Servo mount. That truck's proven to be pretty good. Associated just jumping in the scale game. We had quite a few of them at our last comp, and they did quite well. I think one or two of them placed, and one of them I think might even won. I don't remember. He was real close either way. Let me know what you guys want to see build next. I like coming in early and building trucks. There you go, portal's done. Pretty simple design so far. going together quite well. We've only built maybe two or three Axials, and they've all been scale trucks. Actually, one was a Wraith, so I guess that's not quite a scale truck. Wraith was a little weird to build, the original Wraith, with the cage and stuff, but not too bad. This is going together quite well. This should be a fun truck. Pretty excited about this class. I was a little skeptical when it first came out, but it's looking pretty cool. I didn't know it had a dig up until the other day when we got the servos in for it. Usually throw a little grease on these shafts too, so they don't rust. She's coming along. Getting my axle and my Loctite here. That's not good. Alright, we got to mount on the portals to the axle. We got the shafts. They're just sitting in there. They got this square on them. The portal gear on the inside here has a square to match. So that's going to drive it. Let's see if we can get these in there. Go like so. Then you got these washers with the, it's kind of hard to show you, a little bushing on it to go in the dropped-in axle. So it's pretty, kind of the same setup Axial usually does. I couldn't talk. Got a lot of caster in these portals though. Pretty good for the steering. My buddy Chris has his axles done. We were checking them out last night. The steering is pretty good on them. Do see room for improvement though. Looks like from the factory the steering link was actually hitting the pumpkin, so we're gonna have to do some custom bending on that one. Fire up the old hammer. I'm excited to see what they come out with for hop-ups for this thing. Definitely going to need some brass hop-ups. Hopefully Hot Racing is already on it, or yeah, Racing. Just these. Pretty good steering angle there. Probably get a little more out of it. Shave down the stops a little bit. So basically we got the front axle done. I'm gonna move on to the rear axle, I take it. Going together pretty quickly, pretty easy. So we're on to bag B. Bag B. I like to lay it all out before I do each step. I don't know if you guys watched the B74 build or not, but check that out. Unless you're not into racing, then you probably won't be too excited. Trying to get some buddies to come in and do the live building with me, so we can have a little more conversation instead of me talking to myself, but they're all scared. bolt on that locker again. Take me a minute. Let me know if any of you guys are building one of these things. Let me know what you're running for electronics and stuff. Always curious to see what other people are running. You got any tips for me? Like I said, I'm kind of just getting into the crawler game. Just recently started the scaling and stuff. Loctite on these things. Pretty nice manual they give you. Give Horizon some credit here. Pretty solid, pretty good. It's kind of condensed down. Doesn't look like there's too much going on. Not confusing you. Although to be fair, it is a pretty simple car. That front axle only had like 15 parts. I don't know if these are wider. They seem wider than like a normal scale axle, but I'm not really sure. At least this back one does. Should have brought my. I was using my my TRX4 yesterday, so that's why it's not back here anymore. Probably got to go grab it. Needed the radio. Throw the rear one done. Same as the front. Nothing special. The rear axle is pretty much the same, except the portals are just built right onto it instead of being able to steer. Obviously. Bearings feel good. Everything's pretty smooth in this truck. Hopefully it stays that way. I'm sure it won't stay that way very long once I start beating on it. Yeah, you're using some pretty big bearings in this thing. I don't know what that is. I think it's a 5x14, so shouldn't have a problem with bearings. They're all fairly common sizes too, so most shops should carry them. Marine grease is pretty sticky stuff, so if you guys are into it, I would definitely pick up that. So it works quite well. Taking a couple of my trucks apart and that marine grease is still in there, which is good. Good for the A scales. This one does not want to go on. There we go. Definitely a tight fit on the pumpkin covers, but they feel pretty smooth. These are the long screws, 4 of them in this. That's where you're gonna want the drill. Else you're gonna be here for a while. Woo. Honestly, guys, if you're gonna be in the hobby, you're gonna stay in it, build stuff, just go ahead and get yourself a drill. I recommend these MIP bits. They are a little more expensive, but I've been using the same tips for, I don't know, I probably get a new one every year or two. I either lose it, but I don't think I've ever really had one break or wear out. I usually just, someone borrows it forever, or I lose it because I'm all over the place. Bringing it down here, down back. But anyway, the MIP ones, shout out to MIP, Matt Olson, he's a man. You guys got any problems with him or whatever, he takes care of them. They're awesome bits. Same with the tools. They get the hand drivers. If you're gonna be in it a while, do yourself a favor. Get a power tool. Get some quality tools. Just thank me for it later. Nothing more frustrating than having a old, worn-out tool and stripping out the brand new screws on your brand new kit. Then you gotta come see me so I can Dremel them out, and it's not fun. Nobody likes that. Unless you do. Have at it. Alright, so we got the diff in the back. Moving right along. Maybe I'll run this puppy tonight. Woo! Do a little video on the Capra. I don't know, I'm not getting too excited about that. But I am going to do some video tonight on the scaling. If you guys want me to go live on that, I was thinking about doing that later. We do our every Thursday comp. I think I might go live on that. That might be fun. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm missing a couple bearings here. Ooh, excuse me. Uh-oh. Well, I think that I'm missing 2 bearings. Well, that's not good. 2 in there, 2 in there. Horizon. I was just talking good about you. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to steal some. Of course, they use a different size in the transmission too. Can't even steal them out of there. Dang. I'm not missing them here somewhere, am I? Well, I guess we get to take a trip to the hobby shop, guys. Well, I'm missing 2 of the 5x11 bearings. It calls for. I got 2 in there on each side, and then 1 in there, but I'm missing the 1 for there. Should be 2 of them left. I don't see any, and I haven't gone anywhere. You haven't seen me. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna set this back here. We'll go up for those in a minute. Actually, I'll just go grab them now. Be right back. Stay tuned. Go grab a couple bearings. Make sure they don't fall anywhere. Alright. Up next we got the shocks going down. Man, killing me, killing me. Alright, I'm gonna go grab these 5x11s. 2 of them. We'll be right back. Sorry about that. Grabbed a couple bearings. Horizon. If anybody's watching Axial, hook up away up with a couple bearings. Made me run to the hobby shop. Not even done with my coffee yet. Anyway, we're back in business. I'm sure I'll find them on the floor later today. As usual. Can't even blame it on the dog. It's not here. Okay, so finish up the axle here. Trying to think of what else is new coming out. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's watching the new X-ray stuff is coming out. That should be pretty cool. Releasing their 2020 cars. If anybody watching is into racing. Got the two-wheel drive, the four-wheel drive, and I think the touring car, which we also race, touring car. If you guys are into that. It's going to be switching to Sunday afternoons. Oval's going to be starting up. We're going to do a flat track oval on our carpet track. I'm sure I'll have some videos up about that as well. That's not starting for a little while. A couple weeks maybe. The portal. The rear one, straight shaft. That's what the grease gun's handy. You can just fire it right in. Pack it in good. Gear came off the pin inside here. Kind of a weird, there we go. A little bit of a weird setup there. This one's not sitting all the way on it. Cover doesn't want to go on all the way. I'm doing something wrong here. This isn't all the way in. Yeah, this is my first build too. Try the other side. Maybe I got something messed up here. Something don't want to go together here. Like the axle is too long. I'll have to reassess it here. We got shaft with the pin. Also, these pliers here, if you guys don't have any real long needle nose, I use those things on the daily. Now we got it all good and greased up, so that's good. Gear goes on the pin. Bearing in there, bearing in there. Unless there's not supposed to be a bearing up top, but that doesn't make sense. Says there's 4 of them. Maybe they're not supposed to be a bearing in there. Kind of looks like it in the picture. Definitely is one in there. Fits perfect. I don't know, take it out, see what happens. Yeah, no way. One, two, three, 4. Something is not right here. Huh. See, we all struggle. I don't know what's going on here, but basically, I put my shaft in here, which feels fine. And I put the small gear on the portal, per the instructions. Line it up. Can't get that in there. See how it's still sticking out? Won't slide in far enough. I'm wondering if maybe the differential's in the wrong way. But I mean, that only goes one direction. Pretty straightforward. Guess I'm just stupid. But the other side don't fit either, so. Unless this has got to go on first, which could very well be the problem. I think I might have something here. Just it's kind of a goofy setup, but I think I figured it out. Instructions are kind of weird here. See if I gotta put the shaft in first, then the bearing. No. Well, I guess I'm gonna circle back to this one. I think it seems like it fits perfectly fine. The shaft sticks out too far. know, boys. Let's circle back to that one. Ask my buddy on that one. Keep her moving though. I don't want to bore you guys to death. We'll keep moving. We'll keep moving. We got the shocks are threaded on this. Come in a few sets of springs too. And I'm not sure which ones we're gonna use there. Probably soft, right? The crawler. I don't know. Let me know. Curious about these. Of all the shocks so far, I haven't really been impressed with any of the scale shocks. Pretty much, I guess maybe the Traxxas stock ones are probably, I don't know, even then they're not, they kind of stick a little. You still gotta leave the bottom cap a little loose or something like that. I don't know, I haven't really been impressed with any of them. Let's see if these ones, I've heard that people are having trouble with these ones. They keep the springs are catching on the threads of the body because they got such a coarse threaded body. I don't know what springs are softest here. I don't know if it tells me. Put these red ones on, feel pretty soft, so I think we'll go with those red ones. Yeah, these green ones are stiffer. See how coarse the thread is on these things? I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but it's pretty crazy. But they do thread the collars on there for you already, so that's pretty nice. I know Axial shocks in the past have definitely not been good. These ones definitely are different than before. Still using E-clips though. I wish they would just use a screw. I hate the E-clips. I suppose it's probably cheaper. Most of the racing cars have all switched to the screw on the top, which I prefer, instead of the two E-clips that pinch the piston. Which I don't even see the piston here. Where is it? It must be in here. Time we got 10 o'clock. Alright, so they do kind of halfway assemblies, but you gotta take them back apart again. Alright, so we got O-ring, spacer, O-ring. Just want to take a second to note that none of this is on a tree, which is nice. Actually, always been putting stuff on the trees, and then we gotta clip them off, trim them. No trees, it's all pre-bagged. So I give them props for that. I hate cutting things off trees. I built that Tamiya semi-truck. Whew, that was a lot of trees. So many trees, I didn't even use them all. I think they just like throwing extra parts in there just to mess with you. There's like 2 or 3 trees of the same thing. Pretty good. Gotta figure out this axle though. It's still yoking me. I know I'm messing up somewhere. I'm just a little slow sometimes. Pistons. Looks like all the pistons are the same 3-hole. 3-hole piston, E-clip on the top and bottom, holding it in. A bit of allergies going on today, so sorry about that. That's why I don't like these E-clips, man. Fling them across the floor every time I touch one. Hey, there she goes. God. Man down. Lost one so far. You think they were nice enough to leave me an extra? No. Not a chance. Did like that about the Demaya kit. There's so much extra hardware I could fling a few things across the floor. That was pretty good. But we did lose an E-clip here. Oh boy. Been a disaster this morning. Now you guys are seeing the real side of building here. There's some real life stuff right here. You gotta drop parts on the floor at least 2-3 times before you're done. Of course, the floor is just nice and clean in here. Yes, that's the fun of going live. People get to watch you drop things on the floor. Guess I suppose I just keep building, and then once I drop the next E-clip, we'll start looking for it. Oh, look. Actually, they did give me a spare one. There's hope. Just can't lose one. Thank you, Axial. She's gone. I see it though. Now, if these had screws on them, it would already be done. But can't get everything you want. I gotta go find that clip that I launched over there. E-clips. Oh, I'm back. I took the E-clip opportunity to go to the bathroom. But both of those have been lost in space. You know, once the E-clip hits the floor, it's basically, it's over. So, bingo, bingo, bingo. Okay, we gotta get these caps on. O-ring in the cap. Pretty standard shock, nothing crazy going on here. Probably end up using these for a while. They give us some 35 weight oil. I don't usually fill my scale shocks all the way to the top. Usually halfway at best. I don't know how I want to do these. I'll try it all the way and see how they feel. I don't know, how do you guys fill up your shocks? You guys go halfway or all the way? Just a little bit? Some of them I just literally just put enough in to keep the O-rings from not binding up. We'll fill it all the way and see what happens. I suppose I'll put the ends on first. The Techno shock tool. If you guys don't have one of these shock pliers, I would definitely pick some up. Makes this job way easier. This is definitely the boring part of the build. Once you built the shock, you built them all. I gotta figure out this rear portal. Just doesn't seem right to me. Unless it goes the other way. Can't go that way. I don't know, Ming. I know it's something stupid. What else is out there? Not much new in the world of RC. Let me tell you what's going on around here. Like I said, oval season's gonna be starting up soon, Saturday nights. We got rock crawling or racing Tuesday nights on the turf track inside here, which may soon be carpet again. Still carpet underneath it, we might roll it up. Friday night we do racing, 2-wheel buggy, 4-wheel buggy, stadium, short course. If we got enough people, we'll run anything. We got rock crawling on Thursdays. And then we got comps on Sundays, about once a month now. What else we got going on here? We got on-road, it's gonna probably be moving to Sundays. Oh, forgot Tuesdays, we also run oval NAS truck on the flat track. If you guys are interested in that. So we got the shock ends on. I don't know how long these shocks are, I don't know what they say. Yeah. They look like probably 95s or so. We'll fill them up with oil and see what happens here. Oh. Gonna have to wrap it up soon. Gonna open up the shop. Feels not bad. We'll let some of the air come out of that. Throw the cap on. Didn't bring my shock holder down. See if we can make something up here. That'll work. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna put the ball ends in these ones. Of course, I need the same tool for that, but we'll see if we can get it with pliers. Yeah. Not too bad, not too bad. I guess I even gotta pop the ball in these too. Need bigger pliers for that. Always carrying these puppies around. Shout out to Leatherman too. Yet another valid sponsor. Just kidding. But I'm not. Oh my gosh. I think I should have just built this on the floor today because that's where everything is ending up. I know some of you guys that built kits have had those days too. Maybe that's the secret. Just start building it on the floor. That's where it all ends up anyway. Let's see how this shock came. Not bad. See how it feels full. These are bleeder shocks. First time I've ever had bleeder caps on a scale truck or a rock crawler. See what's up here. They bled. Didn't bring any paper towel. I didn't even realize these. Used the good old pants for that one. Actually feel pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill all these up all the way. Throw the end on there. Oh, nice. They got the shock perches are clamping. So hopefully I don't lose too many of those on the rocks. Good looks, good looks. The one complaint that I heard so far from these shocks is the fact can hear the spring. I guess when it's on the truck, you'll be able to hear the spring hitting it. I'll put my finger on it there, but maybe a little noisy. Yeah, see? But it's a crawler, so I don't know. If it bothers me, maybe we'll change the shocks, but it's not really a performance problem. Definitely shouldn't have lent out my shock holder. Guess I'm just gonna hold them. Sounds like somebody came in. Kind of hard holding one shock and building the other. Another tip. Don't lend out your shock holder just before you're gonna build something. Should grab a paper towel too. But as far as axial shocks go, these have probably been the best ones I've ever seen. Basically, anything the old ones, pretty much just throw them away. They leaked out all the oil, and they weren't very strong. So definitely a step in the right direction. Now if they just throw these on their scale trucks, we'll be in business. There we go. Got that new that Unimog 6x6 out there from Axial. That thing's pretty sweet. This thing's like 450 bucks too. It's definitely a good bit cheaper than the Traxxas one. Although it's not 2-speed or locking diffs, but do we really need that? I guess the 2-speed's fun. The diffs I never used, to be honest. Cool that it can do it, but alright, we're almost got the shocks wrapped up here. It's probably where I'll end up quitting for today. See if I can't figure out this rear axle. I'll probably pick it up back in the morning. I'm sure it's gonna have you building the transmission next. So we got some steering links, and yeah, just the rest of the links and the servo, and then the transmission. Try to get to that maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Figure out where I'm messing up on this rear axle, because I'm quite sure it's user error. I said my friend already built one. He didn't mention having any trouble with it, so it's my fault. Shocks are pretty nice though. Probably end up just leaving them on there. Other than making some noise on the spring there, I don't see any real need to change them out. Feel pretty good. It's got 35 weight in them from the factory. Gonna roll with that. That was a little over an hour. Gotta get ready to open up the shop. About out of coffee. See if I can figure out this rear axle situation. Have that all together. We can start on the links and the transmission tomorrow. Have some coffee. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Check back tomorrow morning. Do the build. Get a little further. Probably take me 2 or 3 sessions to get this done, and then we'll do a little running video. But tune back in tonight, probably around, I don't know, 6 or 7. I'm probably gonna go live again, showing you guys what's up. So I'll see you later, Dropkick. Stop in tonight. Show you guys what's up with the Thursday night crawling. I'm gonna be competing myself, so yeah, we'll have a little fun. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll continue the Capra build. Continue throwing things on the floor tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.